than that to upset the top-ranked team in the USA. And we are underway. Dave O'Brien, Andy Myers, and Jimmy Dykes with us on the sidelines as well. Carolina winning the opening tip. There's Larkins trying to go inside and immediately establish her presence. I like it. I like it. Putting that phraseology degree that you earned at Arkansas.
And great upbringings. Everything is sir and ma'am from Ivory Latta.
And a great kid.
Youngest of 7 children.
She's going to be doing milk commercials by the time this tournament is over, as Annie used to do. Big development, however. Dee Davis is out with a couple of fouls. The Vandy Commodores point guard, so already in trouble. And Latta going to work into the corner.
That's where the other guards for Vanderbilt certainly have to step up, and they've got to handle the pressure by North Carolina.
A kick out for Miller, and that's going to rattle in. She knocks it down. Big shot by Alex Miller, the backup point guard, but getting in alongside Ivory Latta here.
Alex Miller starting to play much better. She got hurt in the Maryland game, went in against the backstop, was down. They had to do x-rays on her, stop the game. That was a game that Maryland upset North Carolina in overtime, and there was a 14-point lead when Alex Miller went down, but she's gained her confidence back.
Just about 6 minutes in. There's a real danger zone here for Vandy because Carolina is about to bury them unless some shots start to fall. Caroline Williams so hot in game 1, unable to connect there. Little down low in the paint, turns and banks it in, and Carolina on a 17-2 run.
Well, 2 things. Melanie Balcom said we've got to knock our shots down, don't rush them, and you can see that, as you said, Vanderbilt kind of pressing right now, and then the transition defense, they're not getting back, and you can see the athleticism in North Carolina beating Vanderbilt down the court.
Jennifer Risper knocked to the floor. 17-6 here in North Carolina. The second round of the end. Well, since that cold start, Carolina really heating up and forcing turnovers. Miller ready again from the corner, and nothing but net from Alex Miller.
Miller coming into this game, a 30% three-point shooter, certainly opens up things on the inside for North Carolina when she can hit outside shots.
Risper on the line, turns it over. Melanie Balcom really unhappy with these developments, unable to advance the ball in the backcourt.
And this is kind of the swagger that Jimmy Dykes was talking about as far as the ease with which North Carolina plays. They have a sense of fun out there, and you see Ivory Latta kind of high-fiving Miller. Miller really struggled last year. She thought she was a backup to Ivory Latta and really forced things. And Sylvia Hatcher called her and said, look it, I want to play you next to Ivory Latta, not behind her. You're not her backup, so loosen up. We want you to score and have fun out there.
The sophomore out of Durham, North Carolina. And Sylvia Hatcher says she is the fastest player on the team, even faster than Ivory is. Latta will fire. Those shots have been just a little bit off the mark here in the first couple of games. She gets it back, penetrates inside, and from closer range knocks it down. And now everything seems to be humming here for North Carolina, up 22-8.
I love how she hits that little floater in the lane.
Ivory Latta, they call her, at least a couple of her teammates do, Ivory Leprechaun. Because at 5'6", she's tiny, and she is a good luck charm for sure. Here's Stringfield straight on for 3. Sheriff Stringfield, the former McDonald's All-American out of Wakefield, Virginia, with a 3-point shot. Boy, did Vandy need that.
It was huge. And if they can be patient, run their picks in their offense, out of their motion offense, they're going to get good looks.
Larkins turning on the basket, flips it across to Latta, wide open, got it. And Ivory's starting to catch fire, and she says, you can't stop us. 25-11.
She loves playing to the crowd, and you cannot help enjoy her enthusiasm for the game. She reminds me a lot of a Cheryl Miller and Diana Taurasi, where they just understand what's going on even outside the court.
Liz Sherwood battling underneath. Top scorer for Vandy, and she comes off the bench. The transfer from Connecticut getting into the offensive flow, 25-13. Remember, Vandy trying to hang in there without their point guard, Dee Davis. She is out and on the bench with a couple of fouls. Larkins quick on the baseline. Great strength there in drawing the foul as well.
Elena Larkins played USA basketball in the offseason. You talked about her being a tri-captain on this team. She was a tri-captain with Crystal Langhorne of Maryland and Candace Wiggins. And Langhorne can do it from the outside just like Ivory Latta can do it on the inside.
Angry at the referees. Wow. Some people back here are saying, let's be those folks from UC Riverside. I'd be angry at my kids who were giving up 53% shooting and getting out rebounded. But Cleveland region second round, and North Carolina opening up a 25-13 lead over the number 8 seed Vanderbilt. And this year marks the 25th anniversary of the NCAA Women's Championship. To celebrate, we're counting down the top 25 championship moments through the game on April 4th. And time to spotlight number 8, brought to you by Singular. Both schools are in Indiana, and their teams are rich with the pride and passion for basketball that lives in the heart of the Hoosier State. This one went down to the wire, and Notre Dame edged Purdue for the national championship.
Got the second. It's a two-point game. Douglas at the buzzer. Didn't get it.
11:40 remaining in the first half here in Nashville. The speed of North Carolina as we bring in Jimmy Dykes, and I know you quote Tom Cruise from Top Gun all the time. Speed is what we need, and they certainly have it on display.
You know, talking to Sylvia Hatchell yesterday, I asked her in a foot race, 94 feet, baseline to baseline, who's going to win. She said it's between Alex Miller, who's 5'6", and Elena Larkins, who's 6'1". Now, that tells you the speed of this club. And take into consideration this, they are both faster than Jennifer Nelms, a member of the North Carolina 2003 NCAA Indoor National Championship team that ran on that 4x400 relay. Now, that's some team speed to deal with, huh, Annie?
They're fast. We talked about the track athletes on this team and the versatility that they can play inside, outside, a lot of different positions that Sylvia Hatchell has. And she said to me the other day, it reminds you a little bit of Loyola. Remember when Paul Westhead was there? Or Paul Westphal. Paul Westhead. Westphal just got let go out of Pepperdine. But Paul Westphal, and they averaged over 100 points a game. And we talked about this North Carolina team. They average over 100 possessions a game.
We see Vandy in the black, North Carolina in the white with a Carolina blue trim. Risper inside, kicks it out. May have had a better look inside and gave that up for a three-pointer that missed. And now the football pass to Latta, and she will set up a play instead. Carolina up 27-13 and just continuing to build on that after kind of a rough start in the opening few moments, but they have shaken that off. Little trying to free up Larkins underneath and led her too far and out of bounds.
Now looking for a high-low there. But for North Carolina, the last time they played Vanderbilt, they had 39 points off the fast break. And so Sylvia Hatchell was telling me before the game, it's tough for Vanderbilt to set their defense against us because we like to run, and it helps also when Vanderbilt's not scoring.
Donnie Balcom rolling the dice a little bit. Here's number 10 for Vandy. Dee Davis playing with 2 personal fouls. She had to sit over the last 6 minutes of the contest, and that's when this game really got away. She's back in now. Risper into the paint. Again, gave up maybe a layup situation. Thomas can't connect from close range.
One advantage with Dee Davis in there, it opens up the opportunity for the guards of Vanderbilt to penetrate in the middle like that, but they've got to look for fouls or look to score like that.
Look at Melanie, a little frustrated early on.